各位好，欢迎收看凤凰卫视每周台为您带来的天天话题栏目。我们知道呢，这个南加州华人聚居的亚凯迪亚市的公立学校的这个校区呢，一直是都被很多的专业教育评级的机构呢评为是这个全美前1%最顶尖的学区之一。那么当然也是因为这个疫情的原因呢，确实也是导致了很多家长和学生在一些议题上产生了一些的担忧。那么在今天的节目当中呢，我们为您邀请到了最近刚刚宣布参选今年6月学区教委一职的青年候选人张奔。Hi Ben, thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Aini. Thanks for letting me be a part of this segment today.
Even, well, much of the media attention during this election cycle has been on the COVID pandemic, the economic downturn, and race relations. But all three issues actually affect education. So at age 23, most people are not thinking about running for office. Why don't you tell us, how did you make that decision, and what are your reasons for seeking a position on the school board?
Okay, so I have worked and lived in the city for the past few years, and through my work, I have been heavily involved in the Chinese community, and I've spoken to many Arcadia parents as well as students in order to hear their perspectives. I feel that I can relate to students, and I share their concerns as a young Asian American who is also recently a student. With this being said, I am running for the Arcadia Unified School District Board of Education to bring a fresh and unique perspective to the board. Arcadia is the best city in California because of their school district, but there are concerns from both parents and students that have not been addressed properly. And I will bring their concerns to the board and fight for their voice.
Wonderful. I'm sure a lot of parents probably want to ask you this, or maybe have already asked you about this. People probably told you you're too young to run for office. How do you respond to that?
So, like previously mentioned, I will bring that unique and fresh perspective that the district needs. I grew up in the city of Walnut, but I've also gone to schools nearby, such as Maranatha and San Marino High School. And throughout my academic schooling, I've experienced bullying and mental health issues that need to be addressed. My peers have also been through these issues, and I just strongly think that they need to be addressed.
Okay, so from your perspective, what are some of the strengths and weaknesses you see in the Arcadia School District?
So for the strengths and weaknesses of the Arcadia School District, I think that Arcadia has a very strong education system. They have a 99% graduation rate. There's a strong music program and lots of parent involvement in PTA and PTSA. But I feel that no one listens to their concerns. I feel that there's a lack of transparency or a lack of fundamental disconnect between the community and the school district. And with this being said, there's also competitiveness because it is a top school. There's often a disregard for the well-being of students, and there's a lack of student support systems.
Mm-hmm. So what are some major issues that you believe our school district is currently facing, and how would you like the district to deal with those issues?
Right. So currently the school district is facing issues involving the well-being of students. Our students represent the future of our city, and it's imperative that we prioritize them and their health. By prioritizing a mental health support system, the school district will be able to ensure that this can happen. While I do recognize that there have been efforts for this, after speaking with current students, I realized there's a lack of transparency with mental health. Mental health shouldn't be something we avoid, rather something we strive to discuss and engage in. I think that it's important that we create an environment that actively supports students' mental health, and it guarantees the continuation of Arcadia School District success.
All right, Ben, why don't you share some of the issues within your campaign platform, and how are you going to tackle them?
So my main goal within my platform is mental well-being. I've always been a strong advocate for it. I think it's important that we address mental health. I would like to create a seminar or a meeting with parents to introduce and get them acquainted with what mental health is and the stress management that a student needs to have in order to be successful in the school district. I also want to, in the past, I've had conversations with parents and students regarding the COVID pandemic response by the school district. There were certain issues within their response that were ineffective and their concerns. It took parents. I drafted a petition up with parents, and we had over 600 signatures. And even then, it was still hard to get the district or the administration to do something about it. And one of them being the COVID dashboard. In the past, it's very hard to read, very hard to interpret. And since the petition, that the COVID dashboard has been fixed to where it's easily interpreted and it's easier to review.
Well, thank you, Ben, for sharing with us. Let's take a short break and we'll be right back. 那我们先休下进段广告，广告过后呢，我们再来继续今天的天天话题，不要离开。欢迎回来，在今天的节目当中，我们为您邀请到的是即将在今年6月呢参加亚凯亚市联合学区教委的竞选的候选人张奔。Hi Ben, I know nobody likes budget cuts, but if necessary, where would you cut the school budget, and what would you consider off limits to budget cuts? Why?
So I think what needs to be done first is for the school district to adopt a system where the budget is easily displayed and interpreted. It's important to know where our tax dollars are being spent. And for off limits, in regards to the off limits to budget cuts, I think that anything that affects a student's success should be considered off limits to budget cuts. I think that it is important that the district provides the best to its ability to help a student succeed.
Wonderful. I'm sure a lot of school parents probably kind of interested in this. Is that what do you believe is the role of a school board member?
So I think the role of an individual member of the board is to cooperate, ask questions on policy, and to lead on issues pressing the district. I think that it is important for the board members to cooperate and compromise with other board members when passing policy. I think that the board as a whole doesn't lead on their own, but as a team with the superintendent and assistant superintendents. I think very important that each board member asks the questions that needs to be asked so that they have a clear understanding of each item before they make a decision that they know will be for the greater good of the district.
Wonderful. Education is everything. The pandemic really forced a lot of colleges to, make entrance exam like the SAT optional. Do you think that would be a new challenge for the school district?
I think that there would be a new challenge, especially when our students are compared to a student of a less competitive school. I think if we have a student that has an A in Arcadia, a very top school in California, and then if they were compared to a student that had a B grade point average, it would be less competitive.
And also wanted to ask you on what's your opinion on merit pay for teachers? And for those that are not familiar with this term, basically just, it means linking a teacher's pay to student test scores. What do you think about that?
I disagree with merit pay. I think teachers should be paid a fair wage and that a student's success is based on much more than their teacher. Teachers should focus on helping students achieve their full academic potential and not solely focus on a pay-based grading system.
Okay. And how do you feel about allowing for-profit companies to provide, online education in public schools?
So I read an article yesterday, and that article provided more information on for-profit companies providing online education in public schools. My personal opinion is that I think allowing for-profit companies to provide online education in public schools would be bad for students, teachers, and the taxpayers. This is because these for-profit companies know nothing about our community, and they will not collaborate with our teachers and our schools. However, I support giving the students an online option. I don't think students and parents should have to choose between their health and education, especially with the recent COVID pandemic.
So Ben, is there anything that you would like to say to our school parents that are watching you right now?
Yes. So I really believe that Arcadia is the best school district in California. And because of that, I really hope that I can earn your vote on June 7th to bring that fresh and unique perspective to the board to continue Arcadia's success and to make Arcadia even better. I also want to mention that we are canvassing, we are phone banking. And if you would like to help out, or if your student would like to help out, please contact us. Our website is zang4ausd.com. That's ZHANG, the number 4AUSD.com. Thank you again, Aini, for your time and for letting me be a part of this segment today.
And for everybody who's watching this, more than 14,000 school boards across the country are responsible for overseeing and managing everything from how students are transported to school to what they will learn in the classroom. And many of these boards are really made up of elected officials and officials that answer to voters and depend on our vote. So Ben, good luck on your upcoming election in June, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Aini.
同时也非常感谢各位的收看，我们下期同一时间再见。
您正在收看的是凤凰卫视。